Welcome back to Pisces TV with Montana B. This is a love reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, wherever Pisces may fall in your chart or your environment. Keep in mind, tarot is entertainment. If it doesn't resonate with you, check other aspects of your chart, my dear, or some of my other videos. The noon live for Saturday has been loaded. Check that out. Very informative Moon and Pisces reading uploaded last night. Look into that if you choose, right? And then the community board is always essential for updates, specials, and much, much more. If you're interested in the extended to this video, it will be made available through Patreon, and that link too is in the description box. So let's go ahead and get started with the reading, as I have shuffled out 3 cards. We have current situation, challenge, outcome, advice. All right. So let's go ahead and get started with it. I love the Two of Pentacles. Harmonious change. Okay. Juggling too. All right. And I tried to don't laugh. Okay. Laugh with me and not at me. I swear I try so hard to see the bright side. And when I look at you guys' comments, it's like, oh, Buns, you should have been more comfortable with that other side of the story. And I think this is the other side of the story. So the Two of Pentacles could talk about juggling also, right? While it does speak of harmonious change, it also speaks of someone in your environment or you juggling lovers, all right? Now, it may not be for everybody. I know some Pisces, I think, that are happily married, engaged, or happily single. So if this doesn't resonate with you, you don't have to try to make it. But this reading looks particularly to be for those of you maybe affected by the shifts of the new Capricorn moon. May also be affected by the returners of the past, or someone you may have interest in, be in a relationship with, or have some type of tie. They could, be juggling. Yeah, however it fits. 2 Pentacles, Capricorn, 3 of Cups. That's like almost undeniably an entanglement of some sort, a separation of some sort. And even if this isn't people, if these are behaviors or circumstances and situations, there's like juggling between back and forth. The Devil card, Capricorn, could represent, like I said, some binding, your own behaviors, obsessions, karmics, self-sabotaging, right? Something about separation may trigger you with this 3 of Cups. So if we're healing childhood wounds, or it's just trying to juggle it all, there's this need to relax, be calm, okay? Because the King of Cups has that wavy water in the back of the card traditionally, and so does the 2 of Pentacles card. There's a lot of waves, there's a lot of tides in the water, and we are now in a Pisces moon, okay? Venus is doing some justice for us. I did see that. You have to allow that energy to come in and sustain your peace in the meantime. All right. So like I said, some type of change. Some of you, there's this chain. Okay. Maybe broken, maybe not, depending on how you look at it. And then when I said outcome and advice, Source was like, no. So I think it's less of advice, more of an outcome. Or maybe for some of you, more of advice and less of an outcome. All right, so let's see what we got here. As I said, we start with the 2 of Pentacles, which could talk about some sort of juggling, right? Now, if I add that juggling with the Capricorn energy, I feel that there could be some juggling within relationship demographics, or like I said, someone that you're interested in. Even if this person hasn't moved toward you, right? If this is someone that you don't know that could be coming up, maybe they're closing some things out, right? Where it talks about deception, blindness, ignorance, something that may be important, bondage, okay? Hate and or fear, as well as denial, temptations, and self-inflicted things. All here. So while some of you could be bringing this energy on yourself or allowing the transits, moon, and planetary alignments to get the better of you, others of you, this stuff is definitely here in the physical, in a person, in a relationship, and is a literal outside influence in your immediate environment, right? All those threes that came up in the noon live that we did, which is much like the daily vibe. You had the 3 wands, the 3 pentacles, the 3 cups, right? Where this working together was the challenge in the 3 of pentacles, and the outcome card, like the card was still right here with the 3 of cups, okay? Now, if this is, I want to say almost like spiritual warfare, where, you know, there's the good cop, bad cop on each shoulder, and that plays with this devil energy, where the masculine energy is on one side, feminine energy on the other side. And in my shuffle, I did see like a death of the ego energy, where like the feminine energy, the wisdom, the humility, the calm, the grace, the nurturing, maybe that will help the situation. Whereas the masculine aspect, the dominance, the fire, the aggression, the ego may not. So this change involved could be within self. Okay, I did get King of Wands energy in my shuffle, and the King of Wands with the 3 of Cups and the 2 of Pentacles is definitely doing some juggling. Okay, now if this is chaos and confusion, just riding through the avenue, staring up stuff, that's where that self-sabotage and control and maturity and trust and patience comes in, where they say the devil is busy. You know what I mean? So I watch a lot of TV. Have you ever seen those movies? And they're kind of like sci-fi, right? But what if it's real? Where you have an energy that just comes around and starts stuff. You know, you ever seen those insurance commercials where there's the little devil person walking around causing accidents and feeds off of, you know, people's fears and excitement or anger, and wherever there's room. Now, the positive aspect is that this tricky energy leads us to purge out some things. When you're not aware of that, you know, you could just take it as life happening to you and blah, 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 blah. So I appreciate, you know, that sometimes these cons, these tricks, this energy kind of like pulls something out of us that shouldn't have been there in the first place. But at the same time, it could be very transformative and also very uncomfortable, right? So yeah, unless you haven't seen that insurance commercial, I haven't seen him in a while, but it was just like this guy, and he made the tree fall on the car or something like that, and then the person come outside like, what the world? And, you know, could choose to get angry and all that kind of stuff. But I think the commercial was, you know, you're safe with Safeguard or some shit. So it's kind of like through chaos is always around doing stuff, but you're safe, right? Now, if you had that type of mindset, I think that would make it easier to have patience with the situation. If there's some trickiness, right? Where, and I don't want to baby anybody and say, you know, there's some negative energy making your person do something, or there's negative energy making you do something. But in those movies where the energy makes stuff seem so real, like it's happening, and then us on the outside looking at the TV knows that it's not, oh my gosh, like if you ever watched Once Upon a Time, Charming and Snow White, you know, every lifetime with this chain, they find each other, right? But in the beginning, it's always so hard. Like, he was married to somebody else and start feeling like he was supposed to be with her. And then when he actually fell in love, you know, by that time she was mad at him for making her look like, you know, a tramp breaking up a marriage. And then, you know, she forgives him, and then he moves on. And then it's just this back and forth where I watched chaos separate them. But like I said, the tables turned, and if you watch that series or know the story of Charming and Snow White, they did end up working it out, but there was always just a challenge. However, their accord, their connection, their past life, their destiny, their fate, always worked out. But I had to sit on the edge of my seat and watch them almost miss out on love with each other for the whole beginning of that series. So I feel that, but I don't know if I'm just drinking from my cup half full. Cup half empty says if you are dealing with people that are juggling you and others, that could be something that needs to be released, like once and for all. So as we get into the extended, I do have clarifiers here. We are definitely going to talk about this change or this juggling. We're going to talk about this binding or this devil energy. And then we're going to see what's really up with these Three of Cups, Pisces. So if this is where we leave off, definitely appreciate you taking the time to sit in with me and everyone else. I'll see you on the other side.